Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. It's another Friday, the 12th of June, 2026, and you're welcome to Sheed X News Pulse this morning from the papers right to you, the people. I've scanned through some of the dailies this morning to see stories or headlines that matters to you, and I have some of the papers here with me. Let's go through these papers together and see how the stories matters to you and I. My name is Damilola Adekunle. Let's start from the Punch newspaper, and on page 2 of the Punch, State Police closer as NAS defines federal state powers. You can get that from the Punch newspaper this morning. State Police nears reality amid debate. That story is on pages 4 and 7 of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Away from that, Vanguard, xenophobia. Federal government evacuees slam South Africa over documentation claims. Xenophobia. Federal government evacuees slam South Africa over documentation claims. That story is on page 25 of the Vanguard this morning. Also, let's look at the Nigerian Tribune. Democracy Day. Tinubu restate determination to secure Nigerians. That's on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. On Daily Sun, which is the last paper for this morning, Tinubu to terrorist, surrender or die. That story is on page 25 of the Daily Sun newspaper this morning. Now, the big question is, how does this matter? How does the stories matters to you and I? So, as you can see, virtually this morning, all of this newspaper were talking about state police. And I'm very sure that you might have heard, or you might have heard people talking about state police. And I know that not everyone understands what state police means. You know, you've been hearing that want to pass into law that state police. What this simply means that each state in the country has its own police force, which means it is controlled and funded by the state. And also, not that the federal police are going to go, they are not going to be in existence anymore. They're still going to be existing. But state police means that each state has its own police force that is being controlled and funded. Now, let's go to how this relates to you and I this morning. And you might be asking, why do we need state police? Why is that necessary? I'm going to be giving you some of the reasons or some of the things that the supporter of this bill have been saying. And I'm very sure that if I start listing most of these reasons, you will get to understand why we need this. Although some people are also saying some of the things that, they say there's pros and cons. There's advantage and there's disadvantages. There's some of the disadvantages I also have here this morning. So the first one is supporters of this say it will bring security closer to the people because officers will better understand the language, culture, terrain and security challenges of each communities. What this means is that if there's a state police, a police force that's being controlled by the state and is funded by the state, it means that this police will understand every community in the state. The community like ours here in Joga, in Mashai, Iboro, and every community around here, they will understand how things are being operated. If there's any issue or if there's any problem, they stand up, they're active because they are in the state. They understand what each community needs. They understand the in and out of every community. That's what that means. Another one is many also believe that state police could help states respond faster to crimes such as kidnapping, banditry, and communal problems or communal issues. Like I said earlier, I said that they understand the communities. They understand each community. They understand each language being spoken. They understand the culture and everything. Now, when there's any issue like banditry, kidnapping, or sort of, they respond faster. You get, they are in the states. They are not a federal police force whereby, okay, they have to call this, make this call. They don't understand the community. They don't understand the terrain they are coming to. But now if you have a state police, it means that when there's any issue, they respond faster because their job is to safeguard the state, and they are going to be fully funded, and they are going to know that, okay, this is what we are here for. We are here to save everybody. We're here to safeguard communities in the state. Another point I have here is why others argue that it could create more job opportunity and strengthen communities policing. Now, if the state police, the bill is passed into law, and the state police say, okay, every state will have their own state police, it means that it's going to create job opportunities, because that's also another avenue, to give people jobs, people that want to go into the forces. It's to give them the opportunity that, oh yes, I'm from Ogun State, I want to be in my state, I want to safeguard my state. It creates, even aside from that, it creates job opportunity. You have the chance that, okay, I want to go into the forces, or this and that. It creates job opportunity. Another point I have here is some Nigerians are concerned about possible abuse by politicians and the state government. And that was what I said earlier, that is advantage and disadvantage. So while many see that state police is a solution to insecurity, many believe strong safeguards must be put in place. I said that if something or a thing has an advantage, it is also going to have a disadvantage. People are saying that, fine, this thing is going to safeguard the community, the state police are going to react faster, they are going to be proactive and all of that. But the politicians can also use this to their advantage. And they're saying that why this is a solution to insecurity, banditry, kidnapping, and all of that, we have to be strict. There has to be a rules and regulation that is going to be stern, that, okay, as a politician in this state, you cannot use this state police to your favor. You cannot use it because, oh, I'm a honorable, a House of Rep member or a governor. You will not use it to your own advantage. There has to be a rules and regulation that's going to, work against that. That's another thing. The question for today is that, do you think state police will improve security in your community? I've explained what state police mean. Do you think with this explanation, with everything going on and all of that, do you think the state police is going to improve security in your community, in my community, and in your friend's community? The other one I have is, will it help tackle insecurity, banditry, and other crimes more effectively? That is a question that we should ask ourselves. Fine, I've mentioned the advantages and one of the disadvantages. But with this, do you think our community, our state will be better? Drop your opinion and comments in the comment section. My name is Damilola Adekunle. Have a wonderful weekend and stay safe. Thank you.